Hey friends, welcome back to the Paper Girlie studio. My name is Mitzi. Thanks for joining me today. So I went to IKEA this week and I got myself a new rolling cart. And my goal today is to go through all of this stuff that I have, get rid of the garbage, recycle some paper, and donate things that I'm just not using anymore. Now, call me bananas, but I get so pumped to go through things, to declutter and reorganize things. And it's just, well, it's just one of my favorite things to do. And so that is what I'm doing this weekend. I am going to go through all of this, get rid of the things that I'm not using, kind of reevaluate what I've bought in the last year, and just have a fresh start. I'm actually a little embarrassed about all the impulse purchases that I actually have made this last year, and I really want to quit doing that. So I'm going to put together a box to donate to the local thrift store and give somebody else the thrill of finding some great stuff for really cheap, because some of the stuff that I'm getting rid of is brand new. I'd never even opened out of the package. Okay, so here we go. This is all the stuff that I took out of one of these rolling carts, and that's just one. I'm going to have to redo it again with the other one. But I want, let me see, hold on, let me get this. Let's see, I have my garbage can down there, and I need to bring this up so you can see all the stuff, because I want this to be a realistic video. I don't want this to be one of those pretty videos. I want it to be real. And I want you to be able to see everything that I have laying out here, because this is kind of a call to action of let's get real with ourselves. Do we need all the stuff? Probably not. And for me, I know I don't. So I have one bin for things that I'm going to donate. And then I grabbed a second bin, and that is for the things that I'm going to keep. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, doesn't have to match. It's just about using two bins. And for me, having two different colored bins works well because I'm a visual person, and then I'm not having to remind myself which bin is which. So I'm going to bring you in here real close as we go through some of this stuff. And if you want to fast forward through this, you can. If you're interested in what I'm donating and what I'm keeping, then go ahead and just keep watching. So this stuff is easy. I know that I need to keep, do I? No, I don't need to keep that. There's certain things I know right off the bat that I'm going to keep, and things that I am not going to keep. And things like tape, I'm going to keep all those. I'm just going to rehome them on my new cart. I'll have all these inks that basically I just need to rehome. These stamps, do I need them? I think I do. So we're going to just go through these really quick, and I kind of do this one time as quick as possible, and that if I need to go through it again, I will go through it again. But sometimes it's just about making a quick decision and then moving on. These, I want the cards, so I'll go back and deal with those later. The washi tapes, I don't need them, but I'm going to keep them. Let's see, these are, oh, those are for my AirPods. I better keep those. Then we're just going to go through. These are just random things that got put in the wrong place, and I need to reorganize them. So, let's see. This is stuff that I have bought along the way to throw into pen pal letters. Now, these are all cards. Let's see. Cards that I made that I just tested out. We have a bunch of envelopes. Those are refills for my pen. Let's see. Some of this is garbage. So we're going to move on as quickly as possible. For me, it's about being quick. This first run through is quick. Pencil sharpener, little tools that I haven't taken out of the box, but I don't need that. Tape, always need tape. These are nail files, clips, let's see, tools, I might need those. Always can use an Allen wrench. And then we move on. Let's see. These I know I'm going to keep. These are random stickers and whatnot, all for throwing into pen pal envelopes. These are more of the cards. Oh, those are stamps. These are cards that I wear, practice cards. Do I need to keep these? I don't think I do, because I have gotten better than that. But let me think on those. Okay, ruler, I will keep that. These are ephemera. Let me just go through. Yep. And then more random little bits. These little hands. I don't need those. More stamps, more stickers, more ephemera. All stuff that I put inside, again, my pen pal letters. So, let's see. That's garbage. Let's see where next. What should I grab next? That's full, so I need to get a new box. So grabbed another box, and we're just going to go through more stuff. So that is Sizzix stuff. Let's see, what do I have here? More tape. I love tape. My quote stacks. More quote stacks. And let's see, Happy Planner stickers. I'm going to go through that and figure out what I want to keep for that. And then we're going to go through and put in more die cut stuff, stamps. Let's see. All these envelopes. I have all of these envelopes, and I buy a lot of these. Let's see. These are just white envelopes. I always think I need envelopes, but you know what? I do not need those. I do not need that one. More envelopes, random cards and envelopes. I don't know why. Like I told you, I'm addicted to paper. I just can't help myself but buying it when I see it on a deal. You know, a lot of, excuse me, a lot of this stuff I got on sale, or these are good. These I got at Recreative in Seattle, one of those kind of like craft thrift stores, and they're pretty nice. But so I will be keeping those. Daiso, oh, these ones. These were supposed to be for Christmas cards, which I never made. So, yeah, for now I'm going to keep them. Like I said, I go through real quick, and then I do a second roundabout. These are vintage, really cute vintage cards that I got. I'm going to keep those as well. Let's see, what else do I have? Gosh, more paper. Those are bands. These are just books of paper that I have gotten on sale because this girl cannot pass up paper on sale. Okay, so let's see. More paper, bags, more paper, more paper. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some hard decisions here in a little bit. But for now, I know I'm going to keep those. Let's see, keep that. Oh, goodness gracious. The Mylar envelopes, which I do like using. I'll throw those ones that are out of the package and wrinkled away, but I'm going to keep those. These are, let's see. Oh, yeah. This is, oh, I'm out of frame, but these are little makeup things that I got. They're Mary Kay little makeup swatch things that I like putting in cards as well. So let's see, I'm going to keep those for now. We'll stuff that in there. Okay, so that is my, more envelopes. Goodness, Mitzi, what is wrong with you? Okay, that I think, let me look around here. That is my first go around, I think. Okay, so yes, that is my first go around of, oh, more things. I thought I was free, but I am not. Okay, so here we go, more paper. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we have to do these clean outs because it just gets overwhelming and just ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. Um, these are a lot. Let's see. These are mostly just, I'm going to keep that. These are mostly just paper scraps, I think. So I think this is going to be real quick and easy to go through. More envelopes, cards. I swear to God, every time that I buy these things, I think I have a great plan for them. Um, let's see, what is this? Some foil paper? Oh, okay, so yes, I always have a plan. A lot of this is just, random paper. And you know what? I'm going to go through that another time because this is random scrap paper, scraps. And so that I'm going to go through at another time. That's going to be a box on to its own. Okay, so I have my donate and then my keep boxes and then all of my paper. And right now it looks like I don't have a lot of donate. I could see that. But we are going to go through this one more time. So that was my quick round one. Let me get rid of some of these, put some out in case I need to use them. See, this is all the stuff that I went through. That all came out of that first stack, and we will reuse some of these when we're organizing. These are just real cheap from the Dollar Tree, but I'm going to use this to kind of go through on my second round. Okay, so now I have to go through a couple of these bins again, and I have these little containers. I got them actually from the Goodwill. I got all three for $3.99, I think. And I'm going to put some things in them for storage as I go through this because I know there are some things like the envelopes that I don't need to have on my cart necessarily. I just need to put them away for storage. So these are the daubers that I use for my inks. And these are great. I just got these. I needed more of those. So let's see. This is going to be a box just for ephemera and whatnot. I'm going to deal with those stamps in just a minute. Okay, so these are the cards. Do I need these? I'm going to say that these are practice cards. Just playing around when I first got my sixth. This was really fun. I like this little circle action here. But I'm going to say that I don't need those. So maybe somebody else like that's a die cut. I'm going to put that aside because that needs to go into a special home. These are going to be, let's see, this is going to be a bin for all the stuff that I use to send into my pen pal letters. So that's what that little bin's going to be. I love sending washi tape. I love, let's see, these are little cards for sending to my pen pals. I always like to put something in. Another little bin. Let's see, more things for pen pals. You would think by all the stuff that I bought that I have a zillion pen pals, but I actually only have three. Those are some cute little calendars. I'm going to bring it in closer here because if you're anything like me, I like seeing what people have just for curiosity. So let's see. Oh, these are some pressed flowers that one of my pen pals gave me. So I'm going to put it in my ephemera box. These are watercolor postcards that I got. Those I know I'm going to keep. I'm going to put this in my ephemera box here. That way, if I have it all in a box, then I could just grab it when I want it. That was let's see, more ephemera. Let's see, now these, I'm going to put those to the side there because I have homes for those. And I know exactly where they go. I have homes on my desk. So this is all tape, double-sided. 3D tape. So I'm going to keep those. Where should I put those? I'll just set them down for right now. Those are cords. I have a home. Those are for, these are actually, I use these for little inking as well. So I just for little detail stuff. So I have more tape. I have, let's see, all these glue tapes. Those are going to be rehomed in my desk or somewhere. I got to figure that out. I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do with my excess tapes in my cart. More tape. So my plan for my cart is to put things on it that I use sometimes that I like to have. That's broken, so we'll toss that out. For kind of backstock stuff. I don't need that. Let's see, my tools, I will need those, but those are going to go in my desk. So I just got a couple little things here that is going to go with the inks, stamps. I've got to, I've got to go through all of my stamps. So we're just going to put those in a bin to the side, and we're going to go through a ton of stamps, and I'm going to get rid of a ton of stamps. So I know that that is a project onto its own. So let me think. There's a couple things on here that I like, but do I need them all? Let's see. I can maybe cut them off. This is one of those hard decisions because I was so excited when I found this. I'm going to keep them all. Okay, so then we have that stamp. You know what? I tried this one time. Didn't really work that well for me. If something doesn't work well for me, then, I probably won't reach for it. So let's let somebody else have it. So I don't need this washi tape, but I do want the cards because I often, I often like sending out little samples of washi tape. And these are great cards. And even though I got them for a pretty good deal, I like thinking that I don't ever have to buy them again because I did get a lot of them. Oh, that doesn't go there. That's ephemera. So washi tape, those are go in my washi tape bin. Let's see. Do I need these? Yes, I need them. They're seasonal. Do I need that? I got off of Temu and I actually don't use it. I never used it. So more washi tape. Let's see, do I need these? No, there's hardly any on this, so I'm going to throw that. Give somebody a thrill for finding some washi tape. Coffee Monster washi tape. So, let's see. All these little tools have a home on my desk. Let's see. I don't need that. That is a die cut. I am going to need that. And that's going to go in my die cut folder. So, let's see. That's garbage. And that stamp, I'm going to say, do I need it? Yeah, I need it. So, okay, so one is done. And let's move on to the next box. So, there is thought in this madness. It's just in my head right now. It will all make sense here very quickly. So, that is ephemera. Now I'm going to grab out another one of these little bins, and this is going to be for envelopes because I don't need to have my envelopes out. So we're going to throw in some of these envelopes. Do I need this? Yeah, I like long envelopes. These, I got to think on that. Pink ones, do I need those? Yeah, they're brand new. Oh gosh, I'm having a hard time here. I like having all the different sizes, and they were cheap, but do I really want to have to replace them? These I know I'm going to keep. Pink. Gosh, so many pink envelopes. Pink is my signature color, so I'm going to keep those because, let's see, bags. I got to think on that. Okay, so there is, oh gosh, I have these ones as well. The bands going there. I have these envelopes. No, let's see, stamps. More envelopes. Those bands don't go, I don't know what they go to. But the vellum envelopes are really nice. Those are for these ones. I'm going to keep these ones for Valentine's Day cards. If I don't make them, then I'm going to say I've got to get rid of them. Let's see now. Oh no, now it won't close. Let's see, can I make these fit? I'm going to give them away. They don't fit. I don't need them. So, good job, Mitzi. That is my envelopes. Those are all I can have. And if I say that's my envelope container, then if I buy more, then I have to get rid of some. So we have my things for my pen pals. Yeah. Do I want a bin for those? Do I want one of these containers? Yeah. I think I'm going to get a big container for the next lot of things. And I'm going to actually put all the stuff that I do for my pen pals because I know that I'll be adding to this because I do love finding things for my pen pals. And especially for the 3 that I have right now, I know them well enough that I know when, let's see, I know when I find things specifically for them that I often buy them. They're into cats. A lot of them have cats, so that's why I have a lot of cat stuff, even though I have a dog. So I will be adding to that. And so I know that I will need a big box for this. So let's see, what else do I have in here that goes in there? For now, that's what I have. And I know that I'll be adding to this probably from that next set of drawers that I have to clean out. So, okay, so this is kind of a crazy angle. I'm going to try to kind of get some of this out of the way so that we can move on. So, let's see, sticker book. Do I want to do this right now? Do I want to go through it? I think I will go through that. Let's see. Maybe I can keep myself from keeping any of these, even though I do like some of these sayings. Okay, so off camera, I went through this book and I just took out the things that I wanted to keep. I took out 1 page and then 3 other stickers. And there's still a few stickers in this, so I'm going to just donate that. So next up, we have all of my little quote stacks, and I love these little vellum quote stacks. And I actually, let's see, more bands. Do I need those? Let me think on that. So yes, so these little vellum quote stacks, they're really neat. At least I think they're neat. And I did get most of these in one package for real cheap. And I don't have any duplicates, so I'm going to tell myself that I get to keep these. I just have to figure out where I'm going to store them. So I will figure that out when I'm organizing and setting up. Okay, so we just have a few more items here that I have to go through. And these are mostly things that I just have to, I like these for putting washi tape in, those little cards when I send those out. I have some magnet, I have some cutting boards, more tape, and then I have my Sizzix, my extra boards. And then last but not least, my magnet map. So there we go. 1 bin completely empty. There are actually 2 of them. But of course, I had to go back and empty out the other uh, rainbow bins. So this is all new stuff, and I've got to go through this. So let's see real quick. This I was going to put washi tape cards in it, but you know what? I never used it. It's been over a year. So that is going to be sent back to the thrift store. Let's see, more paper. Got this at the Recreative, and it's got fun little sayings on it, but once again, had a plan, never did it, so I don't get to keep that. Let's see, more ephemera. Let's see, I gotta put that. Do I put that? Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. These little envelope card things. I want to keep that. Okay, so stamps are going to be a whole nother situation. Okay, so these are little laminated printouts that I did when I got my MacBook a couple months ago. Do I need them? I use them. Let's see. I'm going to keep the main one. I'm going to get rid of the ones for the iMovie. I think I have that down. So let's see. This is Coffee Monster Code digital art that I printed out. This is for transfer for making t-shirts or bags. I use that for putting the little, what do you call them? The tags on my quilts. Okay, so now I have this. Let's see, these are, let's see, stickers from Trader Joe's. Do I want to keep those? Are they seasonal ones? Yeah, I'm going to keep those. Ribbon. Let's see. And some PET tape. Nope, that's almost empty. I know these ones I'm going to actually set aside because let's see. I'm going to put those in my bin for my pen pals because I will send those to them. Every once in a while, I go on a great Temu haul of just being bored at night and just slinging things into my cart. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Anything else that goes in here? What is that for? Let's see, those, what is that for? Oh, yeah, that I need. Those are for the bottom of my MacBook. Let's see, stamps. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with all these random little stamps that I'm finding. That is, yeah, well, we'll deal with that. That is elastic. I will think on that for a second here. Okay, so that is going to go in my paper box for right now, and I'll deal with that later. Those are going to go in my ephemera box. So, yeah, I'll put those in there for now if they'll fit. Do I need that? I'm going to say no. So, ephemera goes in there. Let's see. Let me look and see what else I got here. Those are for holding things. Got my stamp cleaner and my stamp little book, or not book, it's like a stamp pad. I love it, but that's gonna actually get rehomed. Actually, I think I'm gonna put that on the top of my new cart, and that is for my Cricut for rolling out vinyl. I'll need that. Okay, so let's see here. Do I put those in there? Ag. Why am I overthinking this? Because I overthink everything? That's why. Um, okay, so let's get that pushed out of the way there. Okay, so got an empty bin. Next up, we have this one. Let's see, what do I have in here? Craft paper envelopes. More envelopes. Gosh. Oh, do I need these? Are there more than one size? I'm going to be strong and I'm going to get rid of those. Okay, get rid of those. Okay, so these are embossing pads. I am keeping those. I should put those in my embossing pad holder. Let's see, stencils. Oh, I remember when I got these. Recreative again. I got them for, gosh, 10 cents. And I was thinking I was going to use them in my journal. But am I? No, I don't think I am. Okay, so these Fiskars. Oh, I got these in a bundle at Goodwill, and I got them for super cheap. Do I keep them? I've used one of them. Will I use the other ones? I'm going to have to keep those for now. Okay, this is a neat little book I got in the clearance area at Michael's, and it's got this like an accordion book. I'm going to keep that and make something fun out of that. Let's see. So this is by Six Hole Punch, and I got this for doing a six-hole punch book that I'm keeping. Obviously, these are little sleeves for stickers. Like to save stickers of these from my Hummin' and Chub Girl subscription. At least that's why I got them. And you know what? I probably will use them. So let me get them squared away here, put back in the package so that I will have them nice and tidy and neat when I'm ready to use them. So, okay, there we go. Let's see if it sticks down. Does it stick down? Kinda. Okay, so, oh, I got this for free. I was waiting for my Coffee Monster bag that when I ordered my Esterbrook SD pen, and it took forever to get it, so they sent me a free. Does this have tape on it? No. Let's see, these, what are these for? Did I use these? It looks like I never used them, so they're gonna go away. The versified ink, some embossing glitters, or embossing, I don't know what you call them, embossing powders. Let me find a little bin for those because I just got the little heat gun for that. So let's see, Stamp-A-Doodle. Do I want to save that? Yeah, I do. And do I? Gosh, why am I so ridiculous about that kind of stuff? That I'm going to keep both of those. And I'm going to make myself move on because this is getting ridiculous. Too much thinking. Okay, so now we're on to stamps. And these wood stamps, I went through a phase that I thought I wanted to use them. And even though these are really super cute and I got them for a good deal, I did not use them. So they are going back to the Goodwill. Let's see if I can get you put in here a little bit better. So I'm just going to take out these stamps and then start throwing them into bags and grab all of the stamps. So already started filling up one bag. Now I need a whole nother bag because I'm ridiculous. And I just, well, I bought most of these stamps as bags of stamps at the Goodwill. So I guess it's not as ridiculous since I didn't buy these individually. But you can tell as I throw them in this bag that a lot of them were never used. The person I bought them from never used them, and guess what? This girl never used them either. So a real quick peek, throw them in, and just be done with it. So I kept some of these in my little curio cabinet, and now that I'm back into different minis, I can use the little space for those. So now on to my Coffee Monsters Co. stamps. Now I thought that I had a great idea, And my Facebook group thought I had a great idea as well when I put these onto wood blocks. I thought, oh, it'll be easy for quick and easy stamping for my journal. They originally came on these little sheets, and I took them off. I stamped the block, and then I put the rubber stamp on the back with double-sided tape. But I actually don't use, there's a couple that I use, but most of them I don't use them on a daily basis. So I'm going to put them back on these little sheets because, gosh, I just don't use them like this, and I don't want to have them taking up space. I want to put them back on here. So that's what I'm going to do real quick. I am just such a fan of Helen and her little emojis. And let's see, how am I going to do this? I have 3 different sets, and I need to figure out what goes where. So let me figure this out. So it is late Sunday evening, actually nighttime, and I am editing this as quickly as possible to get out tomorrow morning. I had meant to have all day to do this, but I ended up having to drive my husband down to Tacoma, and I-5 was closed coming back, and it actually took me 3 hours to get home today. And my day was gone. It was dark by the time that I got home at 5 o'clock. And the reason why I ended up driving my husband to Tacoma was because he wanted to go down and buy yet another van. If you've watched any of my other videos, you have heard me mention that he is doing a van restoration project. Now, I'm the first one to admit that I know nothing about vans, so it's hard for me to envision what this end goal is. But I am told that the end goal is that will have a really cute 1970s style, but modern 1970s style camper van for doing the ultimate vlogging of going to fun craft stores and antique stores and pen and ink stores, etc., etc. So I'm trying to be a good sport about it, but all these extra parts vans that he is having me bring him to buy, I just don't see where this is all puzzling together into one amazing YouTube vlogger van. So that's what I spent my day doing today instead of doing this. Okay, so now I have all of my stamps off of the blocks, and now I'm just going to puzzle piece them back onto these original little silicone sheets. Okay, so now I have these pink bins, and I got these at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use them to just put the items that I'm going to put in the bottom of my cart. And so one, I'm going to just put all of these little paper pads in, and they fit perfectly in this bin. Let's see, this one, you know what? Let's see. I'm going to give that away. So yes, this bin I'm going to put in paper products and notebooks. Anything that is paper, I'm going to try to get in here. So I bought these recently at the Goodwill because I couldn't pass them up because I am bananas when it comes to paper. So there's kind of feminist paper. This one I thought was kind of cute. And so I'm always grabbing notebooks anytime that I see them for cheap, to kind of offset when I have when I spend a lot of money on expensive ones like my Hobonichis or my Sterling ink. I offset those prices by buying the other ones secondhand. And it's amazing how many brand new notebooks you can find at the Goodwill. So now this next box, I've got to figure out what I'm going to put in here. I wish that I could say that I had For sure, every single time, we'll go in there. System for how I organize, but it's really about figuring out what containers I have. I don't like to buy containers unless I absolutely need to. I like to just use what I have laying around the house. And then I like to figure out what's going to fit in best. And then once I kind of decide on one thing, then I will group like things together in those boxes. But sometimes, let's see, these are mini envelopes. We'll put them in there for right now. More paper. What should I do with these? Let me think on that for a second. I don't know if I don't see them on the bottom there, then guess what? I'm going to forget they're there, or I just won't use them. So I better put those aside and move on to something else and then come back to that. So I'm moving on to these drawers. These drawers were in yet another storage cabinet, and I'm going to put these on my cart because these are things that I do use occasionally and I want to have them nearby. Plus, I want to get rid of the other storage cabinet. I got a new desk for Christmas, and I have my eye on the matching tool chest that goes with it for my birthday come April. So we'll see if Mom gets lucky and gets those for her birthday. And I have a feeling that with this crazy van situation, that I am in the perfect spot for getting this special gift for my birthday. So let's see, those are cute little kitties. I'll put those aside, but let's see. I think this is all just stuff that I'm going to donate. So I'm pretty excited. My donation box is getting pretty full there. And let's see, these are tapes and glues and more tape. And let's see, some little Five Below cards. I'm going to just stick that in there for now. Right now, I'm just using this pink bin to kind of put aside things that I'm going to rehome again. For me, the way that my brain works, sometimes it's best to just go through, get through one little project, and then come back to items that I have a hard time making decisions on. So these are, let's see, garbage. Let me get rid of garbage first. Oh, my mouse. Um, what's down here? Does this have any? No, it's garbage. We're gonna take these inks out, and I'm going to figure out a different way to store these. I think I want to store them flat, not on this side. So let's see. Well, those fit in perfectly there, so maybe we'll set them there. I kind of try one thing, and if that doesn't work well for me, then I will try something else. Let's see, I got more inks. Will these fit in? Let's see if I can get these inks that I set aside in here all flat for the most part. My daubers, those can go in here, or they should go in here with the inks. Let me think here. I got more inks. Embossing, the white ink. Let's see. I think this is looking good. It's just a matter of whether I can get everything stuck in. I like to get as much as possible into a bin, but I have to be realistic with myself and say, do I have too much stuff in them that I have to dig? Because if I have to dig too much, then things are going to get real messy real quick, and I'll be back at square one. So let's see. I think those I'm pretty happy with those right now. So, oh gosh, more tape. I forgot about this. Um, Now, could I do this less chaotic? Probably. Could I do this where things looked a little bit neater? Probably. But that said, to do even more specific organization, I would use more bins, and I'm trying to specifically get these all onto a cart, and so I only have so many bins that I can use. So that is done. That is going to work for me. More tape. Goodness, I forgot about this tape over here. Is that it? Let me look around. More ink. Let's see. Can I get this in here? Let's see. Will that? Oh gosh. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So, um, I think those are gonna go upwards to get this all in. For me, I like to have all the things that belong together in one bin. So I think I am happy with the way that that looks. So we're going to move on. So this is all the stuff that I have for the Goodwill. And I'm pretty excited about some of these things, about somebody finding these things and getting a great deal. I don't know about these, if those should go. We're going to say that those stay. But things like the stencil, these paper books, these stamps, these are all great things. So let's get this cart set up. This is the end result, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I used my pink bins at the bottom. I used my label maker and made some labels, and I'll probably make some more because I love labels. Um, But I have paper and notebooks in one, and in the other one, I use those boxes from my wood stamps, and I categorize things in there so that I can easily pick them out, use them, and then put them back and neatly store them inside this bin. I added in my Stampin' Up! Ink pads next to my Distress ink pads on the bottom, and then I have all my tapes and glue in the final little clear bin on the right. I added in my Cricut Joy, and then my little rainbow notebooks on the bottom, and that is just looking great to me. Now on the top layer, I have a bin full of just sticker books. And I did that off camera because that got just totally chaotic and bananas of how many sticker books that I had to go through and take out some pages so that I could get everything that I wanted inside this bin. And then I have my Sizzix next door. I think this is a great spot for storing it. And then in the last area to the right on top, I have all these little photo boxes that I got from Michael's, and I store various things in them. They all have a label on them, so I know exactly what they are. And then I get to just easily take them in and out. And then on top of that, I have my Rolodex that I have my art cards. And then on the very top, it's hard to see because this is underneath my desk, but that has things like my stamp pad and my paper cutter and all that type of thing. Thanks for joining me today as I did my de-stash, declutter, and organization of my new craft cart. I hope that maybe you were motivated to do your own de-stash and organization project. If nothing else, I hope that you realize that you are not alone if you have accumulated a lot of stuff this past year, and that, well, I just think it's something that we all deal with as crafters, as paper people, planner people. We like stuff. And so this is just one way to kind of get it under control once or twice a year. I know I personally feel really great when I feel like I have a fresh start, and what better time a year than at the beginning of a fresh new year to get a fresh new start. Well, if you've made it this far in the video, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate everyone who's been taking the time out of their day to check out my videos. I know this isn't necessarily super papery other than me going through my paper clutter, but as a paper girly, it's something we have to do every once in a while. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. That way I'm easy to find the next time you want to check out one of my videos. Thank you so much again for joining me today. Until next time, from one paper girly to another, bye.